Hey everyone, welcome to our daily meditation for today, the 5th of June. DIY is massively popular these days. The idea of doing it yourself has opened up lots of helpful avenues for us to improve areas of our lives. Whether it's flat-back furniture and the delights of a walk around stores such as IKEA, or the taking on of larger, more involved renovation and restoration projects. There's a vast range of activities in which to get involved and to find some level of satisfaction. But of course there are downsides to DIY, particularly if, like me, you're not very good at such things. The end results of our own efforts can be anything but positive. Now, that's okay if all we're talking about is a wonky set of shelves or the amateurish result of repainting a room. But what if it is our approach to life itself with all its questions and conundrums? Our verses today look at the idea of doing it yourself in terms of life and faith. The verses come from the 50th chapter of Isaiah and verses 10 and 11. This is what they say. Who among you fears the Lord and obeys the voice of his servant? Let him who walks in darkness and has no light trust in the name of the Lord and rely on his God. Behold, all you who kindle a fire, who equip yourselves with burning torches. Walk by the light of your fire and by the torches that you have kindled. This you have from my hand. You shall lie down in torment. This section of Isaiah records the complaints of Israel to their hardships amid God's promise of hope. They feel abandoned, but Isaiah reminds them that their hardships were brought on by their refusal to trust and follow God. They sinned their way into exile. But here the Lord, by means of his servant, promises restoration and hope through the yet mysterious but clearly vicarious sufferings of this very servant. But the question is then put, how will people respond? To this implied question, two responses to the Isaianic servant of the Lord are laid out in verse 10 and 11. The first is to trust, to fear the Lord by obeying the voice of his servant. The idea is not to trust in their own abilities to save themselves. Note, this doesn't exempt those who trust from difficulty. Indeed, they're called to trust even amidst the darkness of this life. That existential reality is painted at its worst, even when it feels like there is no light whatsoever. Trusting obedience in what the servant has done is the way forward. The second option is what I'm calling the DIY approach, an approach that is much more pleasing to men's hearts in any and every age. It is the presumptive approach of those who think that they can figure it all out for themselves and stand on their own 2 feet, as it were. Isaiah pictures this as people lighting their own fires to guide them through life. This is a picture of that DIY, trust in our own wisdom, rest in our own faculties approach to life and faith. Sadly, many choose to walk by the light of their own fires. Man's folly is to kindle the false light of our own wisdom and to seek to navigate through life by what we can discern and understand by virtue of our own abilities alone. What is the end of such an approach? Well, the pronouncement at the end of verse 11 is stark. It is to lie down in torment forever. Friends, as we set out on another day, whatever that day may hold, be encouraged to trust in what Christ has done for you. The day may be difficult, there may be little or no light at all, but trust him and he will bring you through. God bless.